Hey Nick, congrats on a great game.
Thank you.
With about 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter, you hit a three at the end of the shot clock. Then with 4 minutes left, you took a three with like 20 seconds left in the shot clock. Was that a heat check?
Um, Maybe a little bit. I was getting open looks. I thought all of them were like easy, like step in threes. But yeah, anytime I see the ball going in, I'll probably try to be a little bit more aggressive, looking for my shot. Um, I've been a little streaky here throughout the bubble so far. I've kind of had my shots fall in waves. So anytime I, kind of feel myself getting into one of those zones, I just try to be a little more aggressive.
And we're still dealing with small sample sizes, obviously. But Duncan Robinson also went to Michigan. He says he doesn't believe in slumps. He has this very cerebral way of thinking about the shooter's mentality. Is that something you ascribe to or try to ascribe to?
Yeah, for sure. And Duncan, I mean, Duncan's one of the best in the world, and I think it's a beautiful mindset to have as a shooter. But yeah, I mean, I think as a shooter, you should believe every single shot you take is going in. And for me, I'm the same way. Whether I've missed all my shots, if I'm open and I get a clean look, I expect to make it. So it can be a little frustrating sometimes when your shot's not going down. But my teammates and coaches have been really encouraging, even through my periods here where I haven't been hitting. Everyone's been encouraging me to keep being aggressive, keep shooting. So it makes it a little bit easier for nights like this.
Thanks, Nick. Congrats.
Thank you.
That's Jason next.
I heard you before you came in there. You're right. Coach just absolutely torched you before you walked in. And no, he was speaking very highly about your leadership qualities. And we had talked about that earlier. But what I want to ask about is, before I'd see like when you struggled early with your shot, you would try to shoot yourself out of it. But it seems like now you're getting your teammates involved and that gets your shot going. And is that just like a flow thing for you? You've always been a good passer, but it just seems like you're using that to get your legs into the game or just get your shot going.
Yeah, and I think in general I think we've been moving the ball pretty well, and when we move the ball well, I feel like it opens up lanes for me to attack closeouts. And again, people are always playing me, for my shot, and so I feel like I've had a good amount of success kind of getting in, to the nail, getting into the paint. And a lot of times when I get there, I'm not even looking to score. I'm looking to kind of collapse that defense and then kind of spray out or hit my bigs on a little drop pass. So yeah, I think when the ball is moving like that, it's just easier for me, to kind of get going just by, getting other guys' shots. And, for me, I've always been someone that, I enjoy getting someone else an open shot just as much as getting an open shot myself. I love seeing my teammates knock down open looks or layups. And for me today, yeah, it was a good way to get myself involved and kind of, pick myself up.
And quick, that trust you guys play with, the selflessness, is it that much more amplified when you play guys sometimes or other teams that don't have that same type of mentality and it stands out a little bit more when you see it?
Yeah, that's kind of like been the stigma, at least that I've heard about the G League is, guys are a little selfish and, guys want to get their numbers up. But I feel like, throughout this bubble, I think we've been getting better and better about kind of getting away from that stigma and playing together and making the extra pass. And I truly believe that when you make the extra pass, like it's just more fun. The game's more fun. Everyone's getting involved. Everyone's getting open looks. And we feed off that. I think everyone's just, more, enjoying the game more, having more fun. And obviously we get wins. So I think we should just keep it going.
Yeah, it looks that way, man. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Two more, Savannah.
Hey, Nick, good game out there tonight.
Thank you.
Now, you guys had some roster changes we've seen over the past 24 hours, but even more so before that, obviously Malachi getting called up, Jalen Harris now on the bench, just nursing an injury. How are you guys able to adjust with all these changes while also keeping that team chemistry and trust that you've mentioned?
I think it starts with our coaches. I think they've, done a really good job of putting us in a position to succeed and, giving us the tools that we need and everyone kind of buying into that. But yeah, it hasn't been easy, especially losing guys who, their usage rating were, pretty high, like Malachi and Jalen. So, but I think more than anything, it gave other guys an opportunity to step up. Obviously, even with, guys going down with injuries, Matt Morgan, Trace, a lot of guys have had an opportunity to come in and play more minutes, and they've been ready. They've been ready to take advantage of that. And you know, I feel like we just kind of haven't missed a beat. You know, everyone's kind of come in and been on the same page, which is great.
Which is pretty outstanding considering that that's not always the case. You know, can you describe what was it like out there playing with Dante tonight?
Man, he's amazing. I don't know him too well, but you know, just my first impressions is he's just a, you know, phenomenal athlete, phenomenal player, knows where to position himself on the court. Great rim protector. Just has a good overall feel for the game. You know, I know a couple of times I kind of felt a good chemistry with him, being able to hit him on that pocket pass, kind of rolling down the lane a couple of times. And again, like I've never played with him, and just to have that chemistry and that feel right away. You know, obviously I don't know how long we're going to have him here, you know, with the 10-day he signed, but you know, I think he definitely impacted the game in a great way today.
Use him while you got him.
I know.
Thanks.
Sorry, Savannah. We'll end on Matt Cullen.
All right, thanks very much. Nick, you guys are on quite the roll here right now. Won 6 of your last 7, and like you and Savannah were just mentioning, it's been a different cast of characters, it seems, with call-ups and injuries, and obviously the trades now. I'm just wondering, you know, you've played on a few teams now throughout your career, NBA, overseas. You guys seem to gel pretty well, and we've seen that particularly over the last couple of games. Have you felt that? Where does this team stand up compared to other teams that you played with?
I think recently, I think we've really come together well. And again, it's just tough, like with the shortened season, not a lot of time to practice together. You know, these games are kind of our opportunities to build that chemistry. You know, we don't really have a lot of time to practice in between them. So, you know, a lot of times you're figuring things out on the fly. And, you know, early on, I felt like there's some bickering at each other and, you know, guys getting a little heated. But I think because of that, we figured each other out a little bit more. We got a feel for who everyone is and their strengths and weaknesses. And no, I definitely feel that we're starting to mesh a little bit better now. And I think it's noticeable just with the way we're playing and the success that we're having. So, you know, we got 5 games left to go, you know, in the regular season. So hopefully we can just keep building on that and head into the playoffs with good momentum and good chemistry.